Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 2 profitable Amazon KDP keywords that are low competition, they're high demand, and they're extremely useful keywords to use for your title, subtitle, or 7 keyword slots. If you currently have any of the similar books that are currently published on your KDP portfolio, you can go ahead and add these keywords to the 7 keyword slots as long as they are relevant. Now, before we get started, I'd like to remind you that there is a 30-day free trial for both Canva and Creative Fabrica, which is my go-to when it comes to KDP interiors and also covers and keyword ideas as well. So let's get started with our first keyword for the day. And our first keyword for today is edible mushroom identification book. This niche is absolutely amazing. It fits all the profitability metrics that we're going to talk about. And now we are using a total of 4 free Chrome extensions to analyze the profitability of each of our keywords. If you'd like more details, you can find the Chrome extension video that I did where I dived in deep into my keyword research process, linked in the description box below. So our keyword edible mushroom identification book is a great keyword to use for high content books, also for activity books, workbooks as well, which can be expanded to part 2. For example, you create a really good high content book that goes on to talk about the top edible mushrooms and how to identify them. Then you would have a workbook, which is a part 2 series or an activity book that allows the customer to apply the knowledge learned in the high content book, and it will consist of different activities, different images, for example, where the customer can identify and can apply the knowledge learned. So let's break down the results here. First of all, we've got Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension that gives us this beautiful top bar right here, and the total results are below 2,000, which is really good, and they're sitting at 1,768. We've got the average bestseller rank below 400,000, and it is currently averaging 102,984. Average reviews are 1,683, and a beautiful average high price of $16.05. Coming to the keyword niche score, we're going to stick with Amazon's Gap Pro Chrome extension, which can be found right at the bottom, and it gives us a keyword niche score of number 8, categorizing this beautiful keyword as a nice niche. And number 9 is the highest, so we're pretty happy with number 8, and it beautifully complements the data that we have here given by Titans. Scrolling down, we want to aim to find 2 to 3 books with a bestseller rank under 100,000, and these books should not be sponsored. So as usual, we're going to avoid the sponsored books. And coming down, we've got 6,540 as our first book, and it is selling beautifully. Next up, we've got 28,420 as the bestseller for this one. We've got 4,000, our third book, 4,345 for this beautiful book right here. Now, we've also got another extension called KDPextension.com. It's a free extension that basically dives in deep to each of the main books with a really good bestseller rank. This one, for example, is selling around 750 copies on a monthly basis. Next up, we've got 4,170 for this one. Now, notice it's basically titled Edible Wild Plants. There's nothing about mushroom, not in the title, not in the subtitle, but it does talk about mushrooms in its own specific chapter, since it is one of the edibles, but they've chosen to list this keyword edible mushroom identification book as part of the 7 keyword slots. That's why it's showing right over here, and this is a beautiful example. This book right here has a bestseller rank of 4,170. It is selling on an approximate 750 copies per month, generating around 1,050 on a monthly basis, which is beautiful. And this one is 20,096 as the bestseller. It's selling around 300 copies per month, and it is titled Mushrooming Without Fear. Also, notice the categories that it's ranking in as well, because they could give you a great idea on what kind of categories that you can choose when you are publishing your book in the process of publishing it. So that was the first keyword, edible mushroom identification book. Let's head to our second keyword for the day, which is growing mushrooms. Growing mushrooms, beautiful keyword, short tail keyword. It really does allow you and give you the freedom to expand further into different sub niches and also into different types of books. So you can, for example, create a high content book just on growing mushrooms in particular, or you can go and dive in deep to types of mushrooms. For example, we've got medicinal mushrooms, we've got culinary mushrooms, we've got mushrooms that are suitable for different dishes as well. We've got mushrooms based on different areas and different landscapes, so you can dive in deep in that way. So let's break down the results. The keyword growing mushrooms has a total result of 1,224, just the way we like it, under 5,000. We also have the bestseller rank under 400,000, and it's sitting at an average of 301,046. The average reviews is 1,089. Average price is $22.29. Also, we've got a beautiful keyword niche score similar to the previous of number 8 by Amazon Scout Pro Chrome extension, categorizing this beautiful niche as a nice keyword. Diving deep, we're going to avoid the top 3 books because they're all sponsored, and we're going to look at our first selection with a bestseller rank of 13,146, and it is currently selling around 330 copies on a monthly basis, generating around 2,700. Next up, we've got book number 2, 72,000. Book number 3, 64,000. Number 4 is sitting at 34,000 as the bestseller rank. Next up, we've got 13,000, 34,000, 43,000. The ones that I'm saying out loud are all bestseller ranks under 100,000, and they're all not sponsored currently, so there's no current ads running on these beautiful books right over here. So we've come towards the end of our video. If you enjoyed today's content, like and subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. I'll see you in the next one.